When did you finally expose the person who took all the credit for what you did? I was standing over Grandpa's casket, tears running down my face at his funeral, when Mom walked up beside me. You are so embarrassing. Grandpa would be ashamed of you. You barely helped him, and now you're falling apart? I wiped my face, but the tears kept coming. She slapped me. Everyone gasped. Your brother sacrificed everything for your grandfather's business. You couldn't even show up. Behind me, I heard my aunt whisper, talking shat about me to my cousins. I didn't have to turn around to know they were looking at me. Dad stood near the flowers, jaw tight, refusing to meet my eyes. My brother shook hands with the pastor, humble and composed. The son the family thinks Grandpa would have been proud of, but nobody in this room knows what really happened. 3 years ago, I found my brother Christian on his bedroom floor, lips blue, needle still in his arm. He was on fentanyl and was overdosing. I called 911 and rode with him to the hospital. Told my parents he had a really bad fever, some kind of infection. They believed it. Christian went to rehab for 4 months. The family thought he was working remotely while on a beach vacation. He's so dedicated, Mom kept saying, working even on his time off. I was the one actually doing the work. Every report, every client call, every deadline, all submitted under his name. I kept that business running while my brother learned how to stay alive, but I didn't do it for my brother. I did it for Grandpa. Grandpa meant everything to me. When I was 12 and everyone said I'd never amount to anything, he told me I had more heart than anyone in this family. He believed in me when no one else did. When Grandpa got sick, he had to step back from his business. His blood pressure was dangerous. Any stress could have killed him. Dad took control and immediately made my brother Christian the CEO, not me. They didn't even consider it. Even though my brother back then would smoke pot and drink every other day, I wanted to tell Grandpa the truth, that Christian was falling apart, that I was holding his business together. But Grandpa was too sick to handle it. One spike in his blood pressure and he could have had a stroke. So I stayed quiet. Let Christian take the credit. Let the family believe their version of things. Grandpa died thinking Christian saved his legacy. But standing here now, watching my family treat me like garbage at his funeral, like I didn't care about Grandpa and his business, I'm not sure I can keep quiet anymore. The reception moved to Grandpa's house. My brother stood at the front of the living room and clinked his glass. Grandpa built this business with his bare hands, Christian said, voice steady, and I promised to honor his legacy every single day. This company was his life, and now it's mine. Everyone clapped. Mom wiped her eyes. Dad nodded like a proud father. Then Mom grabbed my arm. See? That's what dedication looks like. You could never be as great as him. My aunt chimed in. Christian was there through everything. The late nights, the hard years. Remember when he worked through that whole vacation? I remembered. I remembered doing all of it while he was in rehab, learning how to breathe without a pill. Dad stood up. We're making it official next week. Christian will be the sole owner. It's what Grandpa would have wanted. More applause, more praise. My cousin leaned over to me. Must be hard watching your brother succeed like this. Maybe if you weren't so lazy, you could be at least average. I didn't say anything, just stood there. Then Christian looked right at me. You know, some people talk about family. Other people actually show up. The room laughed. Something in me shifted. Grandpa was gone. The only reason I ever stayed silent was to protect him, but he's not here anymore. And I'm done being the villain in a story they made up. I stood up. Everyone looked at me. The room went quiet. You don't deserve to stand up, Mom hissed. Anyone have a tomato to throw at him? I walked to the front anyway. Someone laughed. My aunt shook her head. 3 years ago, I found Christian on his floor with a needle in his arm. I said, I saved his life. I told you all it was a fever. He went to rehab for 4 months. Every report, every client, every deadline during that time, that was me. All under his name. The room was silent now. I didn't do it for Christian. I did it for Grandpa. He was too sick to know the truth. It would have killed him. Mom opened her mouth to speak, but nothing came out. Everyone looked at Christian. Someone yelled, is that true? He stared at the floor for a long moment. Then he started crying. He's right. I barely did anything. He saved the business. Then the lawyer stood up. Your grandfather left everything to OP in the will. He knew.